exploring about it. Hope I make it interesting for you also. So these are our table of contents. First, we are going to discuss what are needs and its types. Then physical needs, psychological needs. There is a Maslow hierarchy, which we discussed. And at last, meets how we can meet human needs. So what is need? First of all, in simple word, if it is something that is desirable, useful, or necessary. Human needs have lots of complexity. There are needs which for an individual is important, but on the other hand may not be important for someone else. So, but there are two types of needs. If we simplify it clearly, first is physical need. Physical need is like shelter, air, water, clothes. These come under physical need. That physical need, without physical need, we cannot live, or it will be hard for us to live our life. So it is the basic need which is very necessary. Then comes our psychological need. Every human brain has its own demand, but there are few which are common for all. So we discuss it deeply later. Now let's start with our first need. So there are 5 basic need that is very important for a human to live a good life. So that is, first is food. Without it, we cannot live more than 10 days. Water, it is also necessary. Clothing, then shelter, and then finally sleep. So imagine if you don't have shelter on your above your head. So will you demand for a smartphone? No, obviously not. So this is the basic need that we need to fulfill. To fulfill our, then only we can proceed to fulfill our another needs that we have. Now comes psychological need. Psychological needs have mainly 5 subtopics, which we will discuss deeply. So first one is certainty. Now imagine today is your JEE examination, okay? But in your region there is earthquake, so everything is moving and you were rushing here and there. So will you even bother about your exam, or will you save your own life? Obviously you will save your life. You will not even think about your JEE examination. So that is the thing that actually defines certainty, that we as a human wants to be certain. We want things around to be perfect according to our comfort zone, right? There in India, there is very healthy culture of joining government jobs. Why people used to prefer more government jobs? There is simple reason. It is because it gives certainty to them, because it has a rule that nobody can be fired until and unless he do something worst. So that is the thing, people go towards it, and they get also money by the end of the month. So it makes them a certain life. So that is why certainty is first important psychological need human have. Now comes our second need. So significance. We as a human wants to feel important. You have seen children in our home used to create mess in our home, used to shout, used to throw things here and there. Why usually do that? It is because they want to feel important. They want attention. So we human, this need of feeling unique and important. Now comes to our third need, that is connection and love. I think it is clear by its meaning that it is very common, but I personally feel it is the most important for every one of us. Love, care, adore, these things we all want in our life. If it is the basic, it is the psychological need which comes in third category. But I personally think it is the most important, because without it, you can't be, uh, you know, you won't be happy if you are living good also. So connection and love means we want friends, we want our parents to love us, we want healthy relationship with everyone. Let's take an example for this also. Um, we you we all once in our life have mass bunk classes, right? So why we do that? Uh, why we class bunk hours in our anytime? It is because we feel connected while doing it. It shows love, not love, but it shows a connection of friends, friendship, and mass bunking. It feels us connected. That's why we do that. So that is the example for connection and love. Um, Now comes the fourth one, that is growth. There is a quote that says, if you are not growing, then you definitely is dying. It means that uh, uh, if you have seen that there are times, everyone have faced that time that you were studying all the day for your examination, but there is one day when you miss studying, and in the end of the day, you feel very regret that why I have wasted my whole day. Uh, why this is so? Because we want to be ourselves better, a better person. We want to grow. If we don't do it, we can't be happy inside. So it is also one of the important psychological need that I think it is. Then comes contribution. Um, let's agree on it. We all have done good things to others. We all help others when at that time we feel more happy than they do. It is because that contribution is a psychological need that when we do good to others, we feel happy. But this is the very crazy thing, that this is the last psychological need that human have. Like they first fulfill all their basic human, the basic needs of growth and everything, and in the last they contribute to others. They give donations, they give anything. So this come in the last psychological need. I have one more thing to add, is that when I first watched Game of Thrones web series, so I feel like I want to share that thing to my friends. So why is that so? It is because I want to share that happiness. So sharing anything, not just money, it is sharing happiness or anything, comes under the contribution. So these are our five psychological needs, and this is our donation box. Now, in the last, I see there is a psychologist whose name is Maslow. He researched his 30 years of his life and stepped down five important points that human needs have. We are going to just quick review on it. These 5 points he mentioned is, first is physiological need. That is what we initially discussed. That is shelter, breath, and water. These all things, basic physical need, right? Then he defined in second category, that is safety and security. Uh, if you are living in a good society where you feel secure or safe, then only you can proceed to in your life further. So this he explained it in a manner that the base one is the most important, then above it is less important than that, but you can't meet the upper one first and then meet your lower one. It is in this way it is arranged. So second is our security. We want to feel protected in our community. Then loves and belongings, which I already explained deeply that yes, it is very important. Then he, on the fourth test, he keeps self-esteem. Yeah, we want ourselves to be recognized in life. We want a good leadership in ourselves. We want people to encourage us, motivate us, people to give compliments to us. That is come under self-esteem. Then in last, he keeps self-actualization. Uh, a short description on it, that self-actualization is uh, we human wants to be the perfect no, we want to be the best of ourselves. That is self-actualization, a state in which a person is become best of what he can become in their life. So that is our last need. That if we get all the four, then only we proceed to it. That yes, we want to be the best of ourselves. That comes under the fifth stage. So this is the Maslow hierarchy. Um, to become the best version of oneself. Now we have discussed the needs of human, how we can meet it. So first is physical need. How we can meet it is that eat healthy, sleep well, have good hygiene, have a good discipline, have a good regular workout in your life. That keeps you have a complete your physical needs. Then I have discussed that physical need includes shelter. How would you get that? How would you get a safe environment to live? Obviously, you want money. So money for materialistic need. For materialistic need, you need to grow yourself. You need to. These needs are also interconnected to each other. Like you can't grow yourself, and without growing, you can't have money with you, right? So these are physical needs. Then comes psychological needs. Uh, First is we have to be mentally strong. We have to build a good understanding. We have to understand people also. That could help us psychologically to become a better person. So it completes one of our psychological need that we always wanted to, attention. We want these things. These cover, if we are mentally strong, we don't need it in a bad way. We need it in a good way. Now, communication and discipline. Yes, we need a good communication skill. If we want people to love us, if we want a good relation with everybody, we should have a good communication skills with everybody. And discipline, I included is because without it, you can't have a good lifestyle and you cannot grow. So discipline is one of the important things that affects psychological need. That's why I put it here. Then in last, have love and empathy for others. Not sympathy, empathy, and care about everybody. So these all things I think fulfill every human needs. Apart from them, there might be some things that I missed due to lack of time. But okay, thank you. There's a quote Mahatma Gandhi has said that world has enough for everyone's need, but not everyone's greed. I think you have understand what is written, but it's kindly motivating for me. So I put it here. Thank you very much for